welcome to the No Excuses Ladies Show, episode number 40. I am Eckert and I am your host. I help women to become better in their mind, body, and business. I help them to create discipline, energy, confidence, so they can stop making the excuses and create the life that they truly desire. The No Excuses Ladies Show is for all of you out there who are a badass already and who wants to share your fire of desire to inspire others, and also for those of you who want to become a badass in real life and learn how the No Excuses mindset helped me and my freak family to become successful in those main 4 areas of our life: mind, body, business, and relationships. So welcome to the show again. I hope you're gonna find some awesome information today, some wow effect, something that you can maybe relate to yourself or help yourself in today's life, in today's world. So thank you guys for taking the time actually and watching and participating. Maybe grab a pen and paper, because we always learn something from someone. So something can spark something in you and you can just take a note and really dwell on this a little bit later on. So today, episode number 40, I'll be sharing with you the lessons from the 24-hour hike. Sounds crazy, sounds absolutely crazy, but this is what the Freak family did. We actually started, I will share a little bit about the 24-hour challenges that we've been doing. We've been doing this for quite a while. We've done different ones. We've done the push-up challenge, that we have actually other gyms joining us at the same time. It was all for charity, right? We did lifting weights challenge. It was equivalent to lifting a whale. It was fun. We had a bike challenge. They were all 24-hour challenges, and it's all about creating a donation, right? It's all about becoming bigger than we are, doing something for our life, doing something for others. That's how we see these events nowadays. This is how we see these 24-hour challenges. We're trying to engage as many people as we can. And this challenge was so different than any other challenge. And I will tell you why. Because we were with other people at the same time. It's not like we were at home, because the previous challenges we were at home and we were connecting with people via, Zoom, Instagram here. But this challenge was different, and it was all about donating money to save our allies. And you can check the organization. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all the donations, guys, and for participation in this challenge. We had a group of individual badass people that showed up. Some of them showed up with their pets, with their families, just to do that hike with us. So this hike took place in Chino Hills, California. And this is not a long hike. This is about 3 miles hike, but we were going back and forth. So let me start. The lessons that I'm going to teach you today are very unique, because I have to tell you, as I was thinking more and more about the challenge itself, anytime I think of it, I learn something new. And I'm thinking I could probably spend entire day talking about how much we've learned about ourselves, about others, about our family. It's endless. But today I'm going to point the most important things for now, because again, we can spend a long time today. So 24-hour hike, imagine this. Like when we started doing this, we obviously created a Google sheet. So me and Steve, we were sharing the information, what we need to take, how we need to approach the challenge. And with these challenges, we never know really what's going to happen, because we never done them before. We create them and we don't train for them, because there is no point of training. That wouldn't be a challenge when people just constantly train for it. We create something that is going to be sufferfest for us, okay? That is going to be so challenging that we wanted to quit. That's the whole idea. And by the way, thank you guys for joining today. Again, I hope you're going to get some good information today. So 24-hour hike we never done it. We just knew it when we were going to do it, right? So we were sending information to our friends. We invited our friends this time because this was outside. And you know what the first thing is? When I was inviting people to it, people were like immediately, oh wow, 24 hours. And they wouldn't necessarily agree to it because the fear stepped into their life, because 24 hours is a heck long of a hike. So here comes the first thing, like whenever you approach something or somebody approaches you, find out the information, exactly what it is, how it is, what are you going to do? Because if I didn't explain to them that this is back and forth, a lot of them probably wouldn't join. Because going into the woods, maybe for someone that never done it, I mean, me, myself would be scary, but for them, to 24 hours nonstop going into the woods, that's freaking crazy. How on earth? Well, I know how to prepare myself for 24-hour hikes. So I was explaining to them, I says, look, you don't need to stay even for the whole time. You can just do a period of time. Maybe you want to put an hour, maybe 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, maybe whatever you can, maybe one hike back and forth, as long as you show up. And we had those badass individual, I know that you guys gonna be watching this video later, that showed up and put so much effort to accomplish this. I mean, some of them showed up in the beginning, some of them showed up later, some of them been all this time with us, some of them had to leave. It doesn't matter. The point is that they showed up. And some of you showed up in a form of donation. And I just want to say thank you. So guys, I actually make my notes so I wouldn't forget, I wouldn't drift too much. The lesson number one for me was that, well, we were together, right? The togetherness factor, the team factor, we always think about the outcome. Okay, we wanted to accomplish this. We wanted to do this. We were like, okay, I need to do this hike, but the who factor was important because we were in this together. And one person was sending energy to the next. And that was such an amazing thing because I don't know, honestly, like how we would do this on our own. Probably would have been so much tougher. It was tough. It was extremely difficult. But just the fact that we had people and being with them and sharing the experience was absolutely amazing thing. And when you think about life, you need people in your life. You need people to learn from them. You need people to support you. So make sure that you're going to surround yourself with good individuals, people that will push you, that will challenge you, that will be there along the way for you. I see Kristen joining. Thank you. The togetherness factor was such an amazing thing in this 24-hour hike. And we were learning so much about each other there at that moment. Number two, do not compare yourself to others. That was another lesson. Because each of us would have done a different hike. As much as we wanted to stay together, some people would recover faster. We have a group of Navy guys that were just so quick of going up and down with this hill. They didn't have that much of recovery, right? But like if I would start comparing myself to them, that wouldn't inspire me. You know, don't compare your own abilities to others. You are unique. Human beings, remember this, guys, human beings are so unique. We are so unique to the point, every single one of us are so unique that each of us, if we would be closed in a room and the same topic, you would have, every single person would create something different on the same topic. So remember, our dreams can become reality. Humans transfer their dreams into reality. And I think it's a beautiful thing to dream. So don't compare yourself to others. Be your own thing. Be your own superhero. Tune into what you want to do, how you want to do it, and you sharpen the image for yourself. And that was with this hike, guys. You know, it would have been so easy to compare. Okay, this one is doing more than me. And even Steve was mentioning this in his episode. There were our charity, not our charity, but our hike, our challenge, but we did less than others. And there were other factors that were involved in it. And I want to share this with you because it was what was important thing was that we were all doing it, and we were doing it at our best. Number 3, deepen the connection with people. For this hike, let me tell you, the connection that I have to make actually with my daughter was beyond anything. She's 7 years old. Okay, she's 7 years old. Tyson is 10, but she's different than Tyson. Tyson is like, he has a mission and he's gonna accomplish. Ivanka needs a little bit encouragement, especially that she was overthinking that hike, and I was trying to tell her, don't think too much because we don't know how it's gonna be. Just have fun with it, enjoy every second of it, enjoy the moment, and that's what you just need. Don't worry about it, because if you start overthinking, the negative part of you starts, what if this gonna happen? It's natural in human beings. For some reason, our brain works like this, that's what happens. So I had to come up with such a creativity, tune into the presence and being with her so much and encourage her so much that she was able to do this. And this little girl started this hike. We all started at noon, October 16, 2021. I'm saying this date today because a year, 2 years, 4 years, 10 years, this video is gonna be flowing on YouTube. And maybe somebody will be watching, well, wait a second, maybe I can join. This is past. October 16, 2021, she started at noontime, 7-year-old. She was going till 2:30 in the morning, then took a nap till 8:30 in the morning, right? So I had to come up with these ideas, how I'm gonna create the experience for her, how I'm gonna get her to do this. And you know what she told me? I hope that they're going to be releasing some of this information today with Steve's live, the Breaking the Cycle, when he interviews these kids and they have some things to say. Because she said to me, you know, Mommy, hiking with Tyson is great, but I have him every day. I mean, you know, I just see him all the time, so I need something else to encourage me. And there were such a smart things that were coming out of her mouth. I was just blown away. She's 7 years old, and she really did a fantastic job, and Tyson too. Tyson did so many laps, 11 laps. She did 8 laps, and 7 or 8. Now I don't remember exactly, but we had to create something fun, and it came out such a spontaneous way. And Lillian joined us, and then CJ, one of the people that were there, joined us. We were playing a game. A person would start saying a story. Whatever story you want to say, whatever it comes out to your brain. We were talking about the horse, Jeffrey, and all the other things. Our brain was just creating this crazy story. You would start, and at a certain point, you would say pass. And the next person would have to take over immediately and create a next level of the story. So you had to pay attention, you had to be present, you had to be so involved in the story, live it. So as we were walking and living the story, and it was the funniest part because I did it with her on her own, that when people join us, we did this. Out of nowhere, we were halfway through the mark point. For those of you that know Eucalyptus Trail, you know that there is a pole standing there. You need to tap the pole and then turn around, right? It's like the halfway mark. We realized, oh my God, we walked a half of the trail already. And she was like, I can't believe it. This walk is so awesome. I don't even feel like I'm walking. And this was such an amazing point for us because we realized that, first of all, our mind is so creative. You're creating such an amazing memory. You're creating such something impactful in her life that she's walking in the middle of the night as the beautiful moon was glowing in the dark and giving us the path and being so uniquely present with one another. Experiences like this don't happen often. This was something so unique. And as we were connecting to one another, using the flashlight, talking to each other, that's what matters in life. So don't stay in a shell. Deepen the connections with those who you truly love, who you connect on a great level. Create those relationships. Make sure that you cherish them, that you say to people that you love them, that you're grateful for them. Make sure you do that, guys. Number 4, going right into grateful. Grateful, being grateful, we always want more. Like, realize how so many times our brain goes into like, what's next? I mean, I dream a lot, I visualize a lot, and sometimes I have to stop myself and say, wait a second, this is the moment right now, this is important. If you really need to have some crazy ideas, just write them on a piece of paper and stay in the moment. Be grateful. We were grateful for every lap accomplished, not just our own lap, other people's lap. Because you know what? I wanted them to walk. I really wanted them to walk. I wanted them to feel so empowered that they can do it. Even if we were limping, it was freaking crazy difficult, and I'm gonna lead to this. But I was grateful for every freaking lap accomplished. Some of these people did like over 15 laps. We're talking about miles and miles of walking. We would finish the lap. We would some of the people, we were changing the shoes. We were changing our socks. We were doing all kinds of things, but stay grateful, guys. In the moment of challenge, in the moment of difficult moment, I want you to reach out to people and feel grateful for them. Send a message. Say thank you. Because that's what it's empowering for you, and actually it's going to help you instead of looking from others for help. Sometimes this will be inspiring factor for you. So remember that. Stay grateful. Be present, like stay grateful. Say thank you for what I have. I want more, but I want to be grateful for what I have and appreciate what you have. Number 5, share. What you have, whatever you have, share. Let me tell you, after when we started the first lap, I already started feeling my feet, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting blisters. And in my head is like, how I'm gonna do this? Blisters in the first hike. I have this is the first hour number 1. I have 23 hours to accomplish of this hike. How am I gonna do this? What am I gonna do? So I finished the first hike. I took my shoes on, and immediately I connected with Lillian, and she was like, I have something for you. I have the second skin for blister. Let me give it to you. CJ said, do you want socks? Sharing is caring. We learned this at school. I mean, I learned this later because English is my second language. As you probably realize that I'm making a lot of mistakes. Sometimes the R and L is mixed together. Steve always laughs, what the hell are you talking about? It's okay. It's okay. So sharing what you have, your products, your knowledge, expertise. They shared with me, and then what I did later, we were sharing our food, our water, because some of the guys, I think they thought that they may be gonna be, I don't know, for a short time there. I don't even know if they knew it, that they come in for 24 hours. I mean, we were connecting, but this question on my side didn't even happen because I thought that they were prepared, but I think they weren't because they didn't have water, they didn't have enough food. So we were sharing what we had. Remember, sharing whatever it is, your knowledge. A lot of you guys are experts in the field. People need you. Share what you know. I am the expert coach. I change women's lives and their discipline, energy, confidence, nutrition, so they can become better version of themselves and they feel empowered. That's what I do. That's my expertise. What's your expertise? What you can share today with others that will inspire them and feel like, oh my God, because that's where the energy you create from learning yourself and helping others. And by helping others, you're learning how you can be better. This is what I'm doing right now. It helps me to become better because how am I going to transition my thoughts? How can I really speak to you that something will stay within you? So what else? I was doing and sharing Herbalife products, and you can actually find this on my feed in one of the posts that I did about the hike. It was like a short video. You can slide it, and it's the end because the guys needed energy. I needed an energy, and that's what I'm drinking right now here. And I was doing everybody was getting like the Herbalife tea. Yes. Number 6, guys, ask for help. So many of you suffer in silence. And what it is, it's not asking for help. And what I did after that first lap, I asked for help. I was like hesitant to ask CJ for his socks. I'm like, my stinky feet going into his socks, then he's gonna lose his socks forever because I can never ship them to him. So, but asking him for help saved my legs, and because of Lillian giving me the second skin, it was like I was able to walk, guys. I don't think I would be able to finish this hike if I did not have these special band-aids. So asking for help, we were often, I said, when we were sharing an offering, but eventually these guys were like, can I take water? And eventually I just opened my car and I was just like, free, take it, whatever you need, because we are in this together. And that's a true love and true inspiration. And I just want you to think of this for a second, because think about it. What are really roadblocks of asking? When you think about it, think about a moment in your life that you did not want to ask something for someone. What was it? What was first comes to mind? It's so weird. I mean, it is true. It's the fear. It's the fear of somebody not accepting us, right? Somebody saying something maybe mean to us. It can be even feeling not worth, like what the word is unworthiness, right? Naive, doubting. You're not sure if your question will be good question or bad question, right? Can be also your ego. You're not asking because you know better. I know better. I don't need to ask this person because I know what I know and I don't need to ask. I mean, that's a freaking ego. I'm guilty of it. I've done it. And it's awful. That's bad. And what else can be? Disconnection. Like literally disconnection. Like when you disconnect from talking to someone, you looking at someone and you're talking to them, and eventually it's a quiet piece, and then you're like, okay, I disconnected. I don't know what to say. It happens to all of us. But think about it, why we don't ask. So today I'm challenging you guys. Don't postpone. Ask what's on your mind. And you know what? If the other person gets upset, it's on them, not on you. If they start thinking in their twisted mind that you have like a second agenda, it's on them, not on you. Because you just want to know. So, and I've met many people who would look into freaking sentences, how they were created, because they were so unconfident. They were thinking there is an agenda in it. So get rid of your agenda because it's not good. It's not sexy. 7, monotonous. This walk was monotonous walk. I probably could walk through this hike back and forth 24 hours, guys. 24 hours hike. We just did with 7-year-old and 10-year-old. It wasn't going into the woods. It was just going back and forth. I can go blindfolded right now. I know this hike so well. But you know what's beautiful about doing things over and over? It's the mastery. It's the mastery. That this is the idea. If you want to succeed in life, you need to do things over and over again. If you want to lose the weight, you should be doing the same thing over and over again. I teach this to women. The best thing is you have a setup thing. And you do this every day. You do this, it's a repetition that creates mastery. Anything in life, that think about your business, think about your body, your mind and body and business. This relates to everything, that repetitiveness. But you know what? It was great. I never even felt once, oh my God, this is the same thing over and over. Like, in order for you to train your body, like if you want develop good muscles, right? You need to do the reps. You need to put on reps. You need to put on work. You need to constantly target this muscle so you can build the muscle. Either it's your physical or your mental. The same thing like reading, right? You gotta read constantly reading so this brain muscle becomes better. I'm doing these videos over and over again. I keep on practicing and talking to you guys and switching things and twisting things and changing. And I do this over and over again because it's the repetition. You become better. You become more, you become with a better flow, right? So don't think that this is bad. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's good because because for practice, for repetition, you're gonna see things that you miss. Like think about sometimes when you watch the movie and then you're gonna watch the movie again and you're gonna find things that you haven't seen before, right? Exactly. And I have to tell you like a little story from my university years. I studied 5 years of physical education in Poland, and I had all kinds of sports at my school, from hurdles, obviously, to swimming, butterfly. I mean, stuff that I've never done in my life, and I had to learn it in order to pass the exams. I mean, the lack of athletics, I was suffering because of the coach. So I remember I had to pass the hurdles test. And because I had a broken leg, because I did some stupid stuff when we went skiing with the whole team, I had to recover, and the recovery took a long time. And these hurdles were like a nightmare. When I would stand in front of me and I had these hurdles lined up, I'm like, how am I ever gonna do this? First of all, I had a pain in my leg. I was training for 3 months. I would come every week. I had friends that would come and help me to pass the test, to run through these hurdles over and over again. So when the time came, when the coach would show up and say, show me what you got, Eva, I was like, I got it, and I did it. Repetition for 3 months. And there is nothing, because sometimes your repetition takes much longer than this. So submerge yourself and get excited about it, because come to a point and look at this like this, that each time you're doing something, you can discover something new. Get excited. Another one. Pain is weakness leaving the body. We had this quote in our locations in New York, in our gym. For those of you that don't know, we had 2 locations of bootcamp and boxing. Voted America's top training studio out of 2,000 trainers in the world. So super proud of this title. And we had this saying on the wall. And a lot of people would say, wait a second, this makes sense. That the pain is weakness leaving the body. I feel the pain, I feel soreness. And through this 24-hour hike, the pain hit early. But let me tell you, after the first hike, I forgot about the pain. There were different stages, sometimes the calves, and then the quads and the hamstrings. And eventually, because you do so much of it, your brain stops sending, I think, signals. You become like kind of numb. You're just going. And it was just like, I was excited. It was as strange as it sounds. At about 2:30 a.m. when the kids stopped going to sleep, I was literally excited. I cannot wait. I'm like, why did I wanted to go to sleep? I really want to continue the hike. But obviously I had to stay with them. So you know what happens? As you go along with your journey, whatever you do, maybe it's a weight loss, maybe it's your business, you become stronger. You learn new things. You jump over these hurdles, these obstacles. You become so tough and strong. So don't avoid the hard things. Don't avoid the hard things. They have to happen. Like, I can just imagine living the life without doing hard shit. I mean, it's a part of our life. And once you're gonna get it, you're gonna be like living with more freedom. I guarantee you this. Number 9, the quiet time. So that came a moment. It was a moment in the middle of the night. I remember Ivanka was walking with, I think, Isaiah ahead of us. There was a little boy, 9-year-old too, who came with Isaac, his father, and they were walking with us. And they had so much fun. They were just doing the walk. And me and Steve was holding Tyson's hand. Steve was on one side and I was on the other. Do you know that throughout the whole hour, we almost didn't speak. I don't know, maybe I said one time, let's switch hands. We were just so involved with him, holding his hand, because his legs were numb. Tyson's 10-year-old. And he was pushing through, walking that whole trail to not be a little bitch. That's what it is. He was walking and we were holding him. It's okay to be quiet sometimes. It's okay to not say anything. Don't feel weird that you always need to speak. It's good to not say anything. You're just being in the moment. It's okay. So don't feel strange that you always have to speak. It might be uncomfortable, but it's okay to do that. Number 10. They're non-negotiable. For me, when the kids started being tired. And it was, I will tell you one more thing. It's like when it was still bright outside. And out of nowhere, Ivanka saw a ball. It was a soccer ball. Somebody left it on the field. Look how things happen. Like either somewhere or something appears in your life. So she grabbed that ball, and that ball helped her and gave her so much joy because she was kicking, throwing on those breaks when we would come. And I was like, oh my God, they were playing at 2:30 in the morning, her and Isaiah and Tyson throwing the ball to each other. Then she would go every other hike. She said, Mommy, this one I will sit, and the next one we will walk. I have to tell you, sometimes when I think about it, everything was so combined and blurred together. Excuse me, that sometimes I'm like, did I miss on something for a moment? Because I guess we were getting tired. But at 2:30, when they started going to sleep, and I was like, I can't do the walk. But I'm like, this is non-negotiable for me. I have to stay with the kids. There came the moment, and I was thinking, like, should I ask someone? And that's what I was mentioning to you. Should I ask someone? But I didn't want to disturb their moment of hiking. I didn't want to interfere with their goals. So sometimes there are moments that you don't ask, right? And so I stayed with them, and then the change came. Because Steve asked me at 6 a.m., do you want to go for this walk? And I will sit down. And this is number 11, listen to your partner. He knew this. He knew it because I told him before, that would be so awesome if I could see the sunrise. That would be so awesome if I would be at the top of the hill and I would see the sunrise coming from behind the mountains, because it's such a unique thing. I'm sure that girls can relate to it, and I wanted to. And he listened to me, and he asked me, do you want to go and see your sunrise? And I said, hell yeah, because I was not sleeping. The coyotes, who knows, wolves were loud the whole night, so I was just resting. And besides, I would hear people come and go. And I just was not tired. I was so pumped from this energy flowing through my muscles throughout the whole time that I was just not tired, guys. It was the weirdest thing. In other challenges, I was tired, not in this one. So being outdoors, being with other people, I don't know, it just felt so pumped up. And so yes, listen to your partner. Listen what they have to say, because he caught it right on the money, right there. Number 12. Feeling regretful. It came the regret moment. And the regretful for me was when I was coming back with the other team from seeing the sunrise. Steve, actually, I saw Steve already because he saw us and he started walking with Tyson. And the bitch side of me caught up with me. The other side of me, the weaker side, was like, I wanted to sit after the hike instead of asking, hey guys, can I come with you? And this is, I think, the worst for me, the fact that I would say the pain of regret is stronger than the failing itself. Because if I would have started and maybe I didn't finish, I would have probably felt better than actually I did it. So you see, those things happen in our life, and it's good to look at them, and it's good to learn from them, because sometimes we just gotta push, right? And I wanted to finish this episode with this, because I wanted to ask you, are you trying hard enough? Are you pushing hard enough? Are you living your life with avoidance, afraid to ask? Are you living your life with the pain of regret? No matter what age we are, it can be at age 20, 30, 40, 50. You are here right now for a reason. So make sure that you tap into your greatness. Make sure that you are doing things that inspire you within you and inspire others, because we are here for a reason, and we need to tap to that thing in us. So be bold, be courageous, do big things, because humans have the amazing ability to create dream turn into reality. Like, think about it. Everything that we have around us was created by us, not animals. The humans did that. That light, this camera, this seat, this tablet, this cup, all of it was created by humans. And if you do not tap into your full potential, the world will be missing out on you. So remember, you are unique, you are one of a kind. Make sure that you reach out to me. Let's have a talk, let's go through, let's find that golden thing inside of you, and make sure to live your life with no excuses. I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating. I always love to look at your comments and questions. If you want to have more one-on-one time, make sure you're sending me a message or going into my bio and tapping into that little icon, schedule 15 minutes coaching call with me. Talk to you soon. Bye.